welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't noticed, I am filming in front of my new backdrop and I am so freaking excited. I just can't. So I have been working on my new sort of like office space for probably over a year now. I've been renovating my condo in bits and pieces over the last 5 years that I've been living here, and this is kind of like the last step of the upstairs, and it looks so fantastic. My dad is like a super handyman and he did most of these renovations for me, so I thank him greatly for all the work he did building me this really beautiful built-in bookshelf. And over the last couple of nights, I've finally been like putting things in it and getting it organized and set up, and I think it looks awesome. I'll definitely have to like snap a picture and share it on Instagram or something for you guys so you can see what it looks like in its full glory. But in the meantime, this is my new backdrop for filming my videos. I am so excited. I think it looks really great and I hope you guys like it too. So let me know what you think in the comments below. So as for today's video, I wanted to share my winter or end of the year empties with you guys. So if you've never seen an empties video before, basically I save all of the empty bottles of my beauty products that I finished up using so we can chat about what I thought about them and whether or not I repurchased them. And these are some of my favorite videos to film because I feel like by the time you finish a product, you have a really honest, solid opinion about it. Sometimes you go through that like honeymoon phase with a new product where it's new and it's special and you're really excited and you think like this is the most amazing thing ever. But then when you've been using it for a few months and that sort of newness wears off, you really know like this is something I love using even after 2 months every single day, or if you're like, I just want this to be empty so I can move on to the next thing because I'm over it. So if you want to hear my final thoughts on all of the beauty products I've been using lately, then just keep on watching. So if you've been subscribed to my channel for any amount of time and you've seen one of my previous empties videos, you probably are aware that I use makeup remover wipes like a fiend. They are like an everyday staple in my beauty routine because I am lazy as heck. So the two wipes that I finished up most recently are the Philosophy Purity Made Simple One-Step Facial Cleansing Cloths and the Formula 1006 Wipe Your Face Off Makeup Removing Facial Wipes. So both of these I really enjoy, kind of for different reasons and for different things. The Formula 1006 ones smell amazing. They have a pink grapefruit and apple scent. They're really refreshing and they're really nice. They're a little bit smaller and I would say they're a little less potent than the Purity Made Simple ones. So I would not recommend these for like super heavy duty makeup removal. Like if you're wearing a full face of glam like I am right now, this is not gonna cut it. Like you'll definitely need to use a second step of cleansing at the sink to get all your makeup off. But for just like the gym, every day, if you're wearing like minimal makeup, these will definitely get your face feeling clean and get that makeup off. Now, the Purity Made Simple wipes I think are a little bit better at makeup removal. They're similar to the Purity Made Simple Cleanser, which is sort of like a cult classic favorite. And these are a bigger wipe than the Formula 1006 ones, so I feel like you can get your whole face with one wipe very easily, which I really like a lot. They smell really nice, they feel very gentle on the skin, they do not irritate my skin at all. So I really enjoy these, but they are a little bit more pricey. They retail for $14, where these are more like $6, so like half the price here. I only really buy these when they go on sale or I have a promotion. I wouldn't necessarily shell out $14 for these all the time because I think there are other great wipes out there. The Simple Micellar are my favorite. That is what I have in my nightstand. That's the next thing in rotation now that I finished these up. So I think that I like both of these. I would potentially repurchase them again, but for the price, I think these ones, like get them if they're on sale and you can get a deal on them. Otherwise, I would say it's not worth it. So another thing I have a ton of are sheet masks. I've been sheet masking like a fiend lately, so I saved a couple of them so I could remember to talk to you guys, which is weird because they're kind of like sticky and gross and like no normal person saves this kind of crap. Like this is just the weird things beauty bloggers do. So I mentioned these in my November favorites. They're the Pur-lisse Lotus Seaweed Treatment Sheet Masks. These are very, very nice. These definitely make your skin very like plumped and hydrated and glowy. They're a little expensive. I think they retail for $8 a piece, but if you don't mind splurging a little, these are really awesome. So the next one I finished up is this Leaders Pore Gone for Good Pore Refining Mask. This is one of their cotton sheet masks, and I liked this, but it was not my favorite of theirs that I've tried so far. I don't think that it did as much for my pores as the next mask that I'm about to show you guys. That is the Pore Scaling Black Aqua Mask. This is a black sheet mask, so it looks super crazy when you put it on. And it's really interesting. I noticed that after I took this mask off, it wasn't that everything that was in my pores was like totally magically vanished, but like I could see it brought to the surface like all of the gunk that was in my pores. So I feel like this would be, I feel like I wanted to use like one of those peel off masks after I use this to like get rid of everything that it brought to the surface. I feel like I should try that next time because I do have a couple more of these on hand. But it definitely did a good job of like opening up my pores and sort of bringing all the gunk to the surface. It was kind of cool. And then the last one I have here, this is kind of a funny story. I'm really embarrassed about what happened with the sheet mask. This is one of the 7 Wonders Amazonian anti-pollution masks. And I had used this mask first. Now these masks, you just unfold it and you put it on your face. The 7 Wonders masks have a protective like barrier on them that I didn't realize was on there because I failed to read the directions. It's like right on here. It spells it out very clearly. I am a terrible human because I did not read the directions on this mask. So I put it on and I was like, this doesn't feel like it fits really well. Like it wasn't laying flat on my skin. So I was like, everyone raves about these. They're supposed to be amazing. And like, it did make my skin feel really nice and hydrated afterwards. But I was kind of confused as to like why it didn't sit on my face well, and it was because I still had the stupid like protective layers you're supposed to peel off of it before you put it on your face. So I ordered a whole bunch more of Leader's masks because they were 50% off for like Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that whole deal. So I am definitely looking forward to giving Leader's sheet masks a second go properly by using them the right way. Now this is not a sheet mask, but it is another type of mask or wrap that I thought was really cool. Later, I think it was maybe sometime last month or in October, I got sent a PR package from Eva NYC and tried out a bunch of their products. I really like their line. Their hair care smells amazing. It's so good. And I had never tried a product like this before, so I was really curious about it. This is the Skip the Spa Thermal Hair Wrap. And basically it looks like one of those like Turby towel things, except it's plastic. And you put it over your damp hair and it secures at the top, and all of your hair kind of is sitting in this like pouch, and it has sort of like this, almost like a leave-in conditioner in it, and you massage it into your hair like while the thing is on your head, and then you just kind of let it sit and hang out for, I think it's like 10 to 20 minutes. And because it's in plastic, the natural like heat from your head activates the ingredients in the mask and helps them to penetrate your hair better. It's kind of an interesting science. And it's supposed to have results that last like a week basically, and it's supposed to make your hair really, really shiny and smooth. And I did notice that through several shampoos, the effects of this lasted. Like my hair is naturally very straight and it's pretty silky to begin with, but it was like noticeably smoother and softer for days after I used this. And I think if you're somebody who doesn't wash their hair every day, you would definitely notice the results of this lasting longer. I think mine lasted maybe 3 or 4 days, but I also wash my hair every day because I have really, really oily roots, and I know I could probably change that habit, but we'll not get into that in this video. So if you're somebody who has frizzier hair, coarse hair, and you want to help to nourish your hair and make it smoother and softer, I would check this out. It's a little pricey for a single-use item, but since the results do last a long time, I think it's worth it. It wouldn't be one of my favorites videos if there wasn't at least one bag of Dr. Teal's Epsom salts in it. Like, I go through these like water. This is my lifeblood right here. I am a bath junkie. I love taking baths, and bath salts are one of my favorite things to throw in the tub. I think they're so relaxing and they help to soothe achy muscles, sore muscles, and I feel like I'm just a ball of stress and tension, and this is basically the one thing that helps me to just feel good. So these were the Relax and Relief Eucalyptus and Spearmint scent, which was very refreshing and spa-like. I like this one, but I think my favorite is the Milk and Honey. That one smells just like, amazing. I also finished up a container of the Rose Jam Shower Gel. This is one of those limited edition products you can only get at the holidays from LUSH, and it actually probably is back out in stores right now, but this was from last Christmas, which is telling you something. I didn't use it right away. Like, I saved it because I knew that I wouldn't be able to get it again for another year, so I kind of like stored it until like the spring and summer, and then I just went bananas using it, and now it is gone. But Rose Jam is a beautiful scent from Lush. It is a combination of rose, vanilla, and lemon, I think, which are like my 3 favorite scents in the universe. So I absolutely love this. I mean, I think like as a product, it's a shower gel. It's nothing spectacular. It gets you clean. It doesn't really do anything amazing. I think it retails for $10, $12. It's not cheap either for this small container, but if you really love the Rose Jam scent, I think it's a fun thing to pick up during the holiday season. So I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase this or not. I'm glad I got to try it, but I might just end up getting like some other bath bombs or things like that to celebrate. I have a lot of other shower gel, so I don't really need more of that right now. So these next products I have already repurchased because I love it that much that I cannot live without it in my life, and that's the Pacifica Juiced Up Super Kale Shampoo and Conditioner. These are amazing. I mean, I love Pacifica skincare, and that's no secret to anybody who reads my blog, but I never tried their hair products before, and these were the ones that had like the best rating on Ulta's website, so I decided to try them first. And they're amazing. This is a sulfate-free, paraben-free duo. Pacifica is a more ingredient-conscious brand, so if you care about cruelty-free products, if you care about natural beauty, you will definitely like their products. And this is just like, it gets your hair very clean for a sulfate-free shampoo, but it doesn't leave it feeling dry. It doesn't leave it feeling like all of the moisture has been sapped out of it. Sometimes I find that shampoos that have sulfates like really dry and damage my hair. That was not the case with this at all, but it still made it really clean and light and bouncy. It smells really fresh, almost like a little bit minty, a little bit herbal. It's really nice. I like it a lot, and it's amazing. Plus the packaging is gorgeous. I love it. Already repurchased. Now this one, I technically have like a little bit left. I have like 1, maybe 2 uses left in this, but I wanted to include it anyway. This is my Perlier White Almond Body Butter. And if you like Italian cookies, you will love the way this smells, because that's what it reminds me of. It's got that like sweet almond oil scent to it. It smells like deliciousness is what it smells like. And this is just a really rich, nourishing body butter. It does absorb pretty nicely and quickly into the skin, and the hydration lasts all day. This is something that I would put on after like I got out of the bathtub, after I've shaved or anything like that. I just slather myself from head to toe, and I will stay silky smooth all day. The fragrance is not too overpowering either. Like, you definitely can smell it, but it's not like gonna give you a headache or linger so long all day. You can layer perfume on top of it, which is kind of nice, so I enjoy that a lot. I actually already have a backup of this purchased, but I'm gonna wait to dig into it because I've been using my bubblegum cream lately, which, if you guys saw my November favorites, I've been enjoying thoroughly. That stuff also smells amazing. So let's move on to a little bit of makeup. It's very rare that I actually finish a makeup product, but I do like to declutter my stash and get rid of old stuff every once in a while. So I am chucking this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I've had this for a long time. This is in the shade 101 Classic Ivory, and I would mix this in with the 104, I think, which is Golden Beige, because this by itself is too light for me. But I feel like it's just starting to separate and get a little weird, so I think I need to chuck it. But it is a good foundation if you like, if you want a matte finish, you have oily skin, this is one that I reach for a lot. And then I'm also getting rid of my Rimmel Match Perfection because the sunscreen in this expired in October, so this one has got to go. I've had it for too long. But this is a great affordable foundation. This has a very like natural to dewy finish. It's really awesome if you have normal to dry skin. I would definitely recommend checking it out. I think it retails for about $5 to $6 depending on where you buy it, and I think it is a very nice product. It does have quite a strong florally fragrance to it. Well, sort of like fresh floral. So if you are sensitive to fragrances, I would keep that in mind. And also if you're sensitive to sunscreen, this does have a small amount of SPF in it, just to keep that in mind. I've always got a ton of mascara in my Empties videos because I am a firm believer in chucking them after 3-4 months, because it is not good for your eyes to be using mascara forever, especially if it like starts to get dry or smell funny. Chuck it. It is not worth it. So let's see, what have I used up? The Covergirl Supersizer. This was one of my favorites this summer. This has the weirdest wand, but it builds amazing volume in your lashes, and it's like $5 or $6. It's a really, really great affordable option. Then I also tried out the Essence Lash Princess. This is even more affordable than the Covergirl one, but I didn't like it as much. I know a lot of people rave about this mascara, but it didn't really do a lot for me. It didn't really excite me. It gives a more natural look to the lashes, and I'm definitely more of a va-va-voom drama all the way kind of a girl, so probably would not repurchase this, but it's only like about $3, so if you're curious, it is worth 1 cup of coffee trying out a mascara you can use for 3 months. So you decide if it's worth it. Then these are 2 sample size mascaras that I was using. One is the Benefit They're Real mascara. This is a great formula. This is something that like everyone and their mom has probably gotten a sample of at one point or another. They always are sampling it in subscription boxes and as like little gifts with purchase and all that kind of stuff. But it's one of their best selling formulas from Benefit, and I understand why. It does create like amazing volume, length, it holds a curl. It's just a really, really nice all-around mascara. And then this one was kind of weird. At first I liked it, but then the more I used it, the less of a fan I was. This is the Milk Makeup Ubame Mascara. And this does have like a really nice dark blue black finish on the lashes, which I love. But the wand is freaking weird. It's got this like triple ball thing going on, which is supposed to help to like separate and define your lashes and not like let them all get clumped together. I just felt like I had a hard time getting this product evenly on my lashes, but the bigger thing is that this smudged and flaked on me like crazy. So this was something that like I noticed every time I wore it. After a few hours, I would have little black specks, or I would have like raccoon eyes going on. So that is a big no-go for me with mascara. So I am not going to keep using this. I'm over it. I also finished up my NYX HD eyeshadow base, and this is something I already have a new one sitting in my vanity right now because this is probably one of my favorite eye primers of life. It is very affordable. NYX is a great drugstore brand. And this is what I basically put on my eyelids before I apply any eyeshadows, and it works just as well. Maybe it's just like a hair less awesome than the NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base, but the formulations are very similar. So if you don't feel like shelling out $26 for the NARS one, get this one because it is great. And it just helps your eyeshadows to be brighter, bolder, and wear longer. So this is a must-have if you love doing eyeshadow. Try this out. It is the bomb. I don't know if you guys can see how beat to heck this looks, but this looks pretty terrible. This is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Highlighter and Illuminator, and I'm checking this because it is old as heck, and I have a new one, so it is time to move right along. But this is basically sort of like a more affordable version of the YSL Touche Éclat pen. It has a brush tip applicator, and it's a little twist up pen, and you basically just, it's like a highlighting concealer. It's very, very lightweight. It has very like a thin consistency. It doesn't pack on a ton of coverage, so I wouldn't recommend using this as like the only thing to cover like dark under eye circles. What I actually liked to use this for was for highlighting my brow bone. So I would do my eyebrows, and then I would just go in with this underneath it and then like pat the product in, and it just helps to brighten that area, clean it up so that you kind of like minimize the appearance of like any little stray hairs or anything like that. So this is definitely a cool little product, or if you were curious about the YSL one, that one is real expensive. This is something that's worth checking out to see if you like that type of product first. And the last thing I've got here are these Maybelline Color Elixir, like they're like a lip gloss lacquer stick hybrid thing. It's real descriptive. These are nice. These are just old, and I am getting rid of them because I need to make room for new fun lippies in my collection. But if you've never tried the Color Elixir formula, it is a very wet, almost like gel-like consistency on the lips. They do have a decent amount of color payoff, so you can wear them all by themselves, and they just make your lips look really juicy and shiny. They have a ton of different colors, and they retail for I think about $8, $9, so they're not like the cheapest thing you can find at the drugstore, but they are more affordable than spending $20+ for a lip product at Sephora. So if you like that really like wet shine look to your lips, and you want a gloss that has a little bit more color and not just shine, I would check these out. They've been around forever. They're nothing new, but they are very nice. So those are all the empties that I wanted to talk about today. I do have a lot of little samples that I finished of a bunch of different products. So I was thinking about doing like an empties mini version. If that would be something you guys would want to see, definitely tell me in the comments down below. And if you enjoy this type of video, give this one a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate your support. It helps me out so much. And if you are new to my videos, make sure that you subscribe before you go. And if you are already subscribed and you haven't turned on notifications, there is a little bell down there. You can click that way. Whenever I post a new video, it will alert you so you do not miss out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.